Hey y'all, it's Raj with EV365. Really excited today to bring y'all the Lucid Air Pure. We've been waiting on this one for over a year and a half. This is the one we've had a pre-order on the longest, and it's finally arrived. So tune in and we hope you enjoy. Thanks, bye. All right, here you have it. The Lucid Air Pure, which is the lowest trim the Lucid offers. The other two trims are the Lucid Air Grand and the Lucid Air Grand Touring. Both will get you over 100K. I think it's like $108,000 and maybe about $130,000+ respectively. And this Air Pure comes in at about 87.4 current pricing. And then of course you can add options to it. So this is the best way to get into the Lucid below 100K. And the only major difference between this trim and the other two specs, obviously there's a little less performance, but this will still get you 480 horsepower, 0 to 60 in a little over 3 seconds, 410 miles of range, and it drives really well. So you don't miss out on a lot there. Obviously the other models have way more horsepower, maybe more than you really need. But the other big difference is the Lucid Air Pure does not come with the glass panoramic roof. I do wish they had a sunroof or moonroof option, but they don't. So you do just get the solid roof, which for some, they prefer this. And actually down here in Texas, I kind of do too. But yeah, the moon or sunroof option would have been nice. And this particular vehicle that we got is in the Fathom blue color that Lucid offers. It's only for the Air Pure. And it is a little bit extra. And we also got the dual motor all-wheel drive and one other add-on, the Surreal Pro sound system. And getting those three allowed us to take delivery of this vehicle a little quicker. And you can see this Fathom blue color is fantastic. It really does change colors. It can go from looking like a light kind of bluish color to a silver to almost a dark gray, depending on the clouds and the sun and everything. And you do have the option to upgrade and add the optional Dream Drive Plus, which will eventually get you the ability to do autonomous driving. But this does have the adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. And speaking of Lucid, it sounds like they are going to provide kind of a mid-level option called the Dream Drive Premier at some point, which will kind of give you the best of both worlds and just another way to kind of bring costs down a little bit. Okay, now let's take a look at the trunk over here. And the one thing about the trunk is you can open it with a key or with your phone, but it won't pop up automatically. So then you do have to come here and give it a little help, but it does open up by itself there. And you've got a really nice sized frunk in here. I think I've been calling it a trunk, but yeah, the frunk. And it does have additional space underneath that you can get to, which is quite deep. So great frunk on this vehicle. Let's get that flattened out. And then we'll go back here and take a look at the trunk. And that one will pop open and close on its own using the key. And Lucid went with this unique clamshell design trunk. I think some people may like this, some people may not. But what it does, it lowers the lip so you can get things in and out of the vehicle without having to lift up as high. But you don't have the kind of over the top opening as much. So it's more like you're coming in horizontally. But it does give you quite a big opening, and I could see getting luggage and golf clubs and those types of things in and out of here quite easily. And we'll get that trunk closed. And that actually does have a false bottom as well, so you have a little additional storage space underneath. And this vehicle that we got, just wanted to point out, we got the 19-inch aero wheels that come standard with the Pure, which do look pretty good. These are probably the best looking aero wheels I've seen on any of the EVs out there. But Lucid does offer several upgraded wheel options as well. All right, let's go check out the inside. All right. So now let's get the vehicle unlocked. You can do that with a key, with your phone, walking up to the vehicle. And you can see the handles pop out for you. And the first thing you can see as you look at the interior of the Lucid. It is very nice, very premium. You can see the car is brand new. We still have the plastic covers on the screen, the airbag tag. And Lucid did this really nice, like kind of canvas material, cloth canvas. It feels very premium, soft touch materials everywhere. And all the Pures come with this faux leather Mojave color, and it looks and feels fantastic. And you've got vented seats, heated seats, but it just looks really good. And here's the interior. You can see you don't get as much lighting inside without the pano roof, but still very nice. And let's go ahead and take a look at the back as well. The back is extremely roomy. And I think I forgot to mention earlier, this vehicle comes with about a 92 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is smaller than the other two higher level trims. And there's actually a fourth trim called the Sapphire, which is a complete performance model. So, you know, that's kind of in its own category altogether. But this one, because of the smaller battery pack, I mean, you still get 410 miles of range, which is still one of the best out there. But you get a little more leg room even here in the back. So this back is fantastic. It is so roomy, both with leg room and leg height. So you can see. And then got your own AC controls and vents back here. USB-C down there. And there's some storage as well that you can open up. All right, let's go back in the front and check out the interior. Let me close this up. I'll scoot back, and you've got, you know, automatic seat controls on both the driver passenger side. You can obviously program that to the driver, and the Lucid does have face recognition here on this front middle screen. So it can recognize your face and load your preferences. Look, it's asking me that right now. And it went and disappeared. And the way the screens are set up is looks like one big screen, but it's actually three separate ones that do different things. Over here on the left, you've just got shortcut features to where you can unlock, open the charge port, open the hood, adjust your lighting, adjust your wipers, defrost. So that's one good thing about the Lucid. It does have some dedicated buttons that are easy to get to, even some tactile ones. You've got your cruise control, Dream Drive buttons here. You've got some radio, stereo volume and skip and volume controls over here that are tactile. You've got your AC controls over here that are tactile, and then another volume button for some reason right there in the middle, I guess for the passenger. And then you've got this main screen, which is kind of the main hub for everything. So I'll get back to that in a second. Over in here in the middle, you've got the main instrument cluster basically. And then over here on the right, you've got some more shortcuts that are kind of dedicated to your navigation, your stereo, your phone. You've got information on here like the time and weather. For some reason, they put them on here both. They probably could have used some of that space a little bit more efficiently. But still, good information there. And then you can kind of adjust what pops up here. You can have your favorite music channel show up, whether it's Spotify, Amazon Music, things like that. And even your favorite channel. So you can kind of adjust all that. And even if you send in these, it has a home shortcut and a work shortcut for your navigation. And you can send addresses from your phone and they'll pop up here as well. So they're easy to access. And everything you can do up here on these screens, you can also do down here on the main screen, which is all pretty easy to use. This is the main drive screen where you can control your drive modes. It's got a smooth mode, a swift mode, and then a sprint mode, which it actually gives you a little warning before you pick it just to make sure you're comfortable, because that's made for maximum power and torque. And I've driven it and it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, it's nothing out of control. I think most people should be able to handle it, but of course, heed the warnings. The one thing I did notice is you can't lock into a drive mode. So once you turn the car off and turn it back on, it always defaults back to smooth. And all the drive modes do offer brake regen, which they're all set to high. And then you've got other options to set that to high or low. You can also set it to where it rolls when you stop, it creeps when you stop, so it slowly moves, or it comes to a complete stop. You've got the flexibility to do that. So there is a lot of adjustability in here. And then so from here, you can adjust mirrors, adjust steering wheel. You can adjust the brightness of your screen. You can easily get to your trip log. You can open your glove box from here. Take a look at that, pretty sizable glove box. Got to close that manually, of course. You can, so the mirrors and steering wheel, and then you can click up here and you can get to a screen for all the openings, like your trunk, your charging port, your hood. You can come to your seat adjustments and adjust that and add it to your profile. You can change the themes of your vehicle, you know, the color of the ambient lighting, the colors of the screens, and then you can come and adjust some of the charging features. You can set the time limit, you can start preconditioning, and you can set your max. It only allows you to set the charging to either full charge or to what they call daily driver, which takes you to 80%. So you don't have a ton of flexibility there. And one thing I noticed is you can't really even adjust the charging speed that the car accepts. It is supposed to be smart enough to automatically detect that based off your charger and even based off of what your house can handle. And it also doesn't let you pick an end time if you set a time limit. So if you set a start time of 9 p.m., it's going to go till 9 a.m., assuming you have that much charge left. And now the Lucid does have excellent charging. It can take up to 19.2 kilowatts on AC charging and up to 350 kilowatts on DC charging. And the Lucid does come with 3 years of free EA charging. And they have not announced the switch to NACS yet at the time of this video, but I'd imagine that that will come at some point. This actually has more of that kind of canvas feel, but if you open it up, you've got your cup holders, you got slots for your phone. This one's got the inductive charging and then a little more storage space there. Also wanted to point out that you can actually swipe up here on the bottom of the center screen and it'll tuck away, and then you've got this pretty large storage space back here. So that's pretty nice, a nice little touch, and then you just swipe back towards you and it comes back down. And then over here in the armrest, you can, got that going. You can, oh yeah, there you go. You can pop that up and you've got additional storage there. It comes with a little tray, and then there's some more space down there. And also wanted to point out that your USB ports are in this center console underneath here where the cup holders and this additional space is. And you've got a USB-C and a traditional USB port back there. And then one thing I wanted to point out here is, if you notice, the A-pillar on the vehicle is really slanted low. So it gives you a low sloping roof, which helps the aerodynamics and obviously helps the range, which is great. But one of the things you just need to be aware of if you roll down the windows and try to pop your head out for like drive through, or if you've got a gate code or something like that, you do have to kind of lean down to stick your head out or reach and grab something. Not a big deal, but just something to be aware of, and maybe could cause some problems for taller folks getting in and out of the vehicle. But when you're actually sitting in the vehicle, it's not bad, because the way they've done it, especially with this one without the glass roof, is you've got a little indentation, as you can see in the middle. So you do get a pretty good headroom once you're in the vehicle. And we'll open that, and so you can just kind of see, you do get a pretty good view out of there. Here I just wanted to kind of give you a close-up feel of the interior. And you can see, like, you've got 3 different types of materials coming together here, really maybe 4. You've got the faux leather, you've got the canvas material, you've got like a wood grain type material, and then some plastics, you know, for the AC controls, which that's another tactile, is that you can actually control the way the air is blowing just using the levers here instead of having to go into a screen, which I prefer this, to be honest. And then you even have some metal trim here, so there's actually 5 materials here in one. And you know, nice little touches like the Lucid accent there. And even the buttons on the steering wheel, all the tactile buttons are all really nice. You've got the controls here on the door. The door open and closes this interesting trigger. You just pull it and it opens the door. Very easy to use. And I like it. It's unique. Much better than some of the buttons I've seen on other vehicles to open doors. And even some of the levers, actually. Yeah, you've got little accent pieces here under the seats. The little bear over here, which is homage to California, where Lucid is based out of. But yeah, very happy with the interior of this vehicle. We got the Surreal Sound Pro system in here, which does sound excellent. I'm very happy with it. I'm not an audiophile by any means, but very happy with the sound. And of course, you can adjust the EQ to get it to where you like. So yeah, that is the Lucid Pure interior. And there you have it. That's the Lucid Air Pure. Very, very nice vehicle. And got plenty of performance and driving, even at this lowest end trim. Of course, it's still an expensive car. But yeah, I think anybody would be happy driving this vehicle if, obviously, if you can get your hands on it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any specific content you want to see with this car, or any others. And yeah, hit that subscribe button, tune in. We'll be making a lot of content, especially specifically to this vehicle over the next several weeks. So yeah, keep watching. Thanks. Hang loose, y'all. Bye.